All right. Hello. Welcome back. Today we're going to look at doing a covered call. We're going to sell an option, a covered call on SoundHound AI. SoundHound AI is a AI-driven technology that's in the sound industry, used by consumers and companies alike, from the restaurant businesses to car, audio, and many different applications. Today, we're going to look at selling a covered call. And so what we're going to do is we're going to look at the Gen X system in terms of looking at support and resistance for SoundHound. What I'm looking at here is, I currently have some shares of Sound, and what I'm looking at here is there's a resistance level at about $12.65. You can see Sound is currently trading at $9.88. It's up 4% for the day, so nice movement for the day. But definitely a lot of support in this range here. I'm showing some volume support at about the $9.15 range. So I expect Sound to trade in this range for the next few weeks, maybe even the next month. Let's see, on the 4-hour, you can see again, there's the resistance, or I'm sorry, support at the 4-hour level. We got some resistance at the 1265. Had a nice pop today, but you can see that, we're still on a bearish trend, looking perhaps maybe a retest of the red dots here in the cloud. Potentially could go higher. How long will it take to come back to the 1265? And then if it does decide to pull back a little, up 4% for the day is a pretty large percentage. If I go to the 2-hour, we can see that, again, confirmed bearish momentum. However, we did bounce off the support, the support there. Have a nice bounce off today, which is encouraging, but I don't see a green signal indicating a full bullish momentum. And on the 1-hour, we can see that it is starting to get some momentum in terms of a buy signal short term. However, we do have some resistance formed at the level of about where we're at right now. So we're right at that resistance level. Can it break through? And if it does, it'd have to break through a couple of highs. We got some further resistance at about the $11.20 range, and then some more resistance at about the $12 range. So, coming back to the daily, looks like 1265 is a pretty good resistance level, and I hope that Sound does hit that again. I hope that it actually exceeds that level. How long that takes, I don't know exactly, but I can see that there's a nice trading range here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Sound, and you can see I have selected on Robinhood selling a call. You can sell a put, sell a call. I'm going to go out to the June 20th expiration date, which is 29 days. And you can see here a few options. You can see 11.5 has a 33 delta. $12 has a 0.28 delta. And what I'm going to look at here is, somewhere between a 0.3 and a 0.2. Actually, considering these two here, if I was to look at the more aggressive 0.28 or 28 delta, currently you can see I have 1,000 shares at 100 shares per contract. That's about $10. 10 contracts for 100 shares of collateral. And you can see, it's about a $400 credit, which is not bad. That's almost, more than a 3%, almost 4%. However, if I look at the 0.33, looking at a 0.24 delta, and if I do 10 contracts at about a 0.34, that's about $340 of premium. That's close to 3%, a little less than 3% ROI in 29 days. But, gives me some upside room. If I looked at the current price of 9.84, Just bringing out my calculator here. If I look at, a 12.5 minus a 9.84, that's about $2.66 per share times 1,000 shares. That gives me upside room of about $2,660 on the upside, plus an additional $340 in premium if it decides to hit that 12.5. And as we saw, the resistance level is about 12.65. So I think the chances of exceeding 12.5 are possible, maybe hopefully not within the 1 month range. And even if it is, it's fine, because if it exceeds that, I can roll out my contract and get some more premium as a result of that. So what I'm going to do here, you see 10 contracts, 1,000 shares, 10 contracts at an average price of 0.34 per contract. Estimated credit of $339. I'm going to review that order. Everything looks good to me, and I'm going to go ahead and submit. All right, looks like, see here, the bid and ask is a 0.33 to 0.34. So what that tells me is I'm right on the higher range. In order to get that accepted and submitted, it would need to be more at the 0.33. And so, looking at that 0.33, giving up maybe $10 in the process, but I can wait for the strike, or for the price of SOUN to go up a little bit, maybe to the 9.87, 9.9. But I think the 0.33 at this point is fine for me. So I'm going to go ahead and hit submit. And you can see it's partially filled. Now it's completely filled. So there you go. So as at this time, it's filled. You can see that in 29 days, and that strike price, the premium of $329. Depending on what SoundHound does, I can choose to hold it to expiration. I can buy back the contract early and get cash as a result. At a percentage up to that full premium, I can buy the contract back. So selling the contract as a covered call, I can close it early by buying the contract back at a lesser premium value, which will still allow me to collect profit. And so if I decide to do that, I'll make another video and show you how that works. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell notifications, and look forward to bringing more information to you guys. Thank you.